Good morning. This morning I'm just so full of gratitude. I've been thinking about how it's been 10 years since I wrote Raising Hell, Christianity's Most Controversial Doctrine Put Under Fire. It's just been an amazing 10 years, and I cannot believe how far and wide the book has proliferated. But in that time, I have developed relationships with so many of you, and I'm really excited about the people I have yet to meet through this book, because this book and the research that I did and the message has changed a lot of lives, including my own. In fact, this morning, I just want to ask you to think back over this time since you deconstructed hell and think about how has your life changed. Oh man, how is your life better? Mine is 100% better and different and new, liberated, empowered, and I'm just so full of gratitude, and I'd love it if you would just take pause with me to think about all the ways that your life has changed. And going forward, I am really excited to announce that I'm in the process of starting a Raising Hell Around the World campaign, and I want you to be a part of this. I have always known I couldn't do this by myself, and those of you who've been with me for a while, if you remember 10 years ago, shortly after writing the book, I actually went to school for a nursing degree, and I pretty much just had to drop my efforts at getting the message out there with the book. But because of you guys, it made it around the world many times, and I am so thankful for how it has never died, and it's just continued to produce fruit all these years. I still get letters almost every week of people around the world just telling me how their lives have changed. Just to let you know what I have been up to over the last 10 years, I've always left the book on my website in PDF form for free for anyone around the world who wants it, and that includes the full-length version, the abridged version, and the Spanish version, which was completed a couple years ago. So people can always download that. I've also given out hundreds and hundreds of copies of the book to especially pastors and ministry leaders overseas that couldn't afford to purchase the book, and also for others here in the United States that speak at conferences. So I've always tried to make it really available to people. I've also got the PDF just posted all over the internet for people to find. So otherwise, though, you guys have just been busy sharing it on your walls and talking about it and giving it to family members. And I just want to let you know the different ways that you might be involved in this upcoming effort. I left my job as a full-time ER nurse a few months ago, and at that time I was so burned out, but I didn't realize that God was going to have me fully just pick up this message again, and I just feel like the times are so ripe for this. People are so ready to be liberated and delivered from their fear. The fear is just paralyzing in the world right now, and this is a huge foundation of that. So I want to invite you to get involved. You can continue by letting your friends and family know about it. Different ways you can do that. You can let them know about the PDFs. You can share posts out of this Raising Hell group discussion site. You can also buy bulk copies of the book at cost. I always sell bulk copies at cost. I've always done this. The abridged version is only $1.50 a copy, and the full-length version is $6 a copy, and that includes free shipping. You can always reach out to me and get a hold of that. Another way you can get involved, if you've read the book, you can give me an Amazon review. This goes so far in building up credibility for the message. When people see a lot of reviews, it makes them want to buy the book and feel like they can feel good about their purchase. So thank you so much for all of you who have done this already. And last but not least, one way you could help is you could contribute to my Patreon account. I've set up a Patreon, and I know that everyone's in uncertain times, but one way you could look at it is buy me a cup of coffee every month. For just $3 a month, you could be a huge part of helping me get this message out there. I'm going to continue to reach out to a lot of groups and maybe speak at some conferences and continue developing videos and written materials, and also very active on this this discussion site. But also, I just want to tell you about something really exciting. For everyone who donates any amount on Patreon a month, I am going to start releasing a chapter a month out of my upcoming book about making sense out of evil and suffering in light of a good God. So every month, my Patreon donors will get a chapter out of this book as I write it. And this is so exciting. I've been working on this book for 10 years, even though I haven't actually written it, but I've been contemplating it and making notes, and I have some really exciting out-of-the-box perspectives that are going to help people bridge that gap with the injury that they've experienced with God's character. Because once you start questioning hell and you deconstruct, suddenly you're allowed to ask some of these hard questions, and evil and suffering are the biggest injury that I see people coming out of the hell belief system, where they just can't make sense out of it, and it leads them into agnosticism or atheism. So anyway, I've been wanting to write this book for so long, and I'm so excited, and you guys are going to help motivate me, because I'm going to have to produce a chapter every month, and together we're going to get this book out of me this year. So what do you say? Think about how your life has changed, how you want to make this a reality for others. And it's time for us to get out there and raise some hell around the world. So I love you guys, and thank you for being a part of this.